Joseph the Argonaut, Joseph the Argonaut, he's my friend, he teaches civics. Joseph the Argonaut, Joseph the Argonaut, he's my friend, he teaches civics.
This unit was all about our Founding Fathers' attempts to apply our influences after winning our independence. Articles of Confederation, America's first try at doing government. The Articles of Confederation was effectively the first plan for a national government. Under this plan, the states had the most government power and authority. Why? They were afraid of another government tyranny like England. This plan had the following weaknesses. The federal central government could not tax. No executive or judicial power. They could make laws, but not enforce laws. The laws could be ignored. No ability to regulate, make rules for trade. Unanimous vote to change the articles, way too difficult. Shays' Rebellion. Because the government could not help the economy or pay soldiers for their work, many people had their farms taken from them. This led to a rebellion led by Daniel Shays that demonstrated how weak the government truly was. Constitutional Convention, power battles. After Shays' Rebellion, leaders met to decide how to fix the nation's problems. This led to a battle between two groups over who should have the highest authority in government, the federal, central, national government, or the states. Federalists. This group liked the Constitution because it made the central government stronger than the states. They did not think a Bill of Rights was needed because the Constitution protected the people by separating the powers of government and letting the people vote. They wrote the Federalist Papers to defend their ideas. Anti-Federalists. This crew did not like the Constitution because they thought a strong central government would be a tyranny bossing the states around. The only way they would agree to the Constitution was if they added a Bill of Rights to protect the people. The Constitution did include a Bill of Rights, but it also included something called the Supremacy Clause, which means that the Constitution and federal laws have the highest authority, supreme law of the land, even over the states. Constitution, nailed it on the second try. Preamble, introduction, purpose of the Constitution. This paragraph sentence explained that we, the people, were making this government, popular sovereignty, in order to accomplish some goals. These goals were to, 1, make our country unite and work together. 2, create a national court system, establish justice. 3, keep peace in our nation, ensure domestic tranquility so there are no more rebellions. 4, provide for a military, common defense. Allow taxes and selective service so we can defend ourselves. Help the common good, promote the general welfare. And 6, protect freedom for future generations, secure liberty for posterity. Article 1 created the legislative branch. This branch makes the laws. Its official name is Congress. Congress has two parts, the Senate and the House of Representatives. The Senate has equal representation, meaning each state gets 2 senators. The House of Representatives has representation based on the population of each state. What powers does the legislative branch have? Coin, create money. Make a military, army, navy. Create post offices. Tax people. Article 2 created the executive branch. This branch enforces the laws. It consists of 3 parts, the president, vice president, and the cabinet, people who advise the president. Article 3 created the judicial branch. This branch interprets and applies the laws to situations. The head of the judicial branch is the Supreme Court. Even though these branches have their own separate jobs, make enforce, or interpret the laws, the other branches can check their work and potentially stop another branch from doing something they shouldn't. This keeps the separate powers in balance with each other. The name for this is called checks and balances. Here are some back and forth examples of how checks and balances work. The legislative branch, Congress, gets to make the laws. No other branch can do this. But if they make a law the president, executive, thinks is bad, he can veto, reject that law. However, if the legislative branch thinks the president is getting too enthusiastic with his veto powers, Congress, legislative, can override his veto with a 2/3 vote. The Supreme Court, judicial, can also get in on the fun, though, even if both the Congress passes the law and the president signs the law. If the Supreme Court thinks it violates or disobeys the Constitution, they can declare laws and actions unconstitutional. The president gets to check the Supreme Court by appointing, nominating, I choose you, justices to go on the Supreme Court. However, he cannot pick people who are not qualified, no besties. If he picks someone unqualified, the Senate, legislative, can refuse to confirm his appointments. The president can also keep the judicial branch in check by pardoning people, forgiving them of their crimes. If the president is letting too many criminals off the hook, Congress might get suspicious. If Congress finds out that the president is doing something illegal, they can impeach him or remove him from office.
Joseph the Argonaut. Joseph the Argonaut. He is my friend. He teaches civics.